Before Olympus, before Asgard, before any throne of gods known today, there was Anu, the first celestial king, the god of the heavens, the father of all divine beings, and the ancient ruler of the stars. His story comes from the world's oldest recorded civilization, Sumer, in the land of Mesopotamia, over 5,000 years ago. There, among the temples and ziggurats of Uruk, began the legend of Anu, the invisible sky god whose power shaped heaven, earth, and every god that followed. In the beginning, there was only Namu, the great primeval sea. From her came two divine beings, An, representing the heavens, and Ki, representing the earth. Their union brought forth the world as the Sumerians knew it. An, or Anu as the Akkadians would later call him, was not just a god in the sky. He was the sky. Every star, every constellation, every movement above the earth was part of his divine body. He resided in the highest heaven, known as the Anunnaki, far above the earthly realm. Beneath his celestial kingdom were two other layers, the Igigi, the younger sky gods, and the Anunnaki, the divine beings who governed the world below. Together, Anu and Ki gave birth to a powerful lineage, gods who would become the foundation of Sumerian religion. The most famous of these children was Enlil, god of the air and storms. It was Enlil who separated his parents, heaven and earth, creating space for life to exist. From that act, order was born. Another son, Enki, also known as Ea in Akkadian, became the god of water, creation, and knowledge. He ruled the subterranean waters and was often depicted as the clever one among the gods. These divine offspring were called the Anunnaki, literally meaning those of royal blood or offspring of Anu. They became the rulers, judges, and architects of human fate. As the father of the pantheon, Anu ruled over all. He granted kingship to humans, authority to gods, and balance to the universe. When disputes arose among the divine, Anu's decision was final. He was often invoked during royal coronations and rituals. Sumerian kings claimed to rule by the favor of Anu and Enlil. In temple inscriptions, his name appeared first, always before any other deity. The symbol of divinity itself, the cuneiform sign, Dingir, meaning god or star, originally represented Anu. That sign, a simple star, still stands as one of the most powerful symbols in all Mesopotamian writing. Anu's presence echoes throughout Mesopotamian mythology. In the Epic of Gilgamesh, when the goddess Ishtar demands vengeance after Gilgamesh rejects her love, she ascends to the heavens and confronts her father, Anu.
Furious and weeping, she cries, "Father, give me the bull of heaven so that he may destroy Gilgamesh." Anu warns her, "If I give you the bull, there will be 7 years of famine upon the earth." But Ishtar insists, and Anu relents. The bull is unleashed upon Uruk, only to be slain by Gilgamesh and Enkidu.
In that story, Anu is distant, regal, a god of immense power but not of passion. He observes, commands, and judges, while the younger gods act on his behalf. Anu's greatest temple stood in Uruk, the legendary city of King Gilgamesh. It was called the Iana, meaning House of An, though it later became dedicated to Inanna, goddess of love and war, Anu's granddaughter. Archaeologists have unearthed its ruins. Vast courtyards, altars, and ziggurats dedicated to the sky. In ritual hymns, priests called upon Anu as the Father who created the heavens, the one who decrees the fates, the one whose word is law. But over time, as new empires rose, Akkadian, Babylonian, Assyrian, Anu's presence grew more distant. He became the god of the unreachable heavens, while deities like Enlil and Marduk took command of the earthly realm. The Anunnaki, the divine descendants of Anu, were said to govern destiny, fertility, and the underworld. In early myths, they were judges of souls and the keepers of the tablets of destiny. They decided the fate of kings and mortals alike. Later, in Assyrian and Babylonian belief, the Anunnaki became the 7 great gods of the underworld, balancing the cosmic order that Anu had created. In ancient star maps, the heavens of Anu were divided into 3 regions, one for Anu himself, one for Enlil, and one for Ea, Enki. This division symbolized not just the sky, but the structure of power among the gods. Even astronomy, for the Sumerians, was divine politics, and the central celestial path was called the Path of Anu. In modern times, Anu's story was revived in unexpected ways. In the 20th century, writers like Zecharia Sitchin reinterpreted the Anunnaki as ancient extraterrestrial visitors, powerful beings who came from the planet Nibiru and created humanity through genetic engineering. These ideas, while popular in fiction and alternative history, have no basis in the original Sumerian texts. Yet, they reveal the enduring fascination humanity has with its origins, and the belief that our creators might have come from the stars. Whether gods or myth, Anu and his children remain symbols of the mystery between heaven and earth. Anu represents the eternal principle of order, the unreachable perfection above the chaos of the world. He is the silence between the stars, the father of creation, and the first ruler of the divine assembly. His temples may have crumbled, but every time we look up at the night sky, we are looking upon the domain of Anu, the king of heaven and father of the gods. Anu, the eternal sky.